New York, dreams built in the concrete jungle. An invitation to the world stage. Imagine a city you've seen in movies, heard in songs, and built in your dreams. This is more than just a city, it's a living, breathing character, a giant stage where millions of stories are rewritten every single day. This is New York. Not just a place, but an idea, a promise. That audacious whisper that says, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. I'm here not just to tell you about the height of the buildings, but about the dream of climbing them, that fleeting eye contact in a subway car, that incredible contrast you feel while sitting on a bench in Central Park. Take a deep breath. Because this is a journey where we pull back the curtains on the world's greatest stage. The birth of hope and the rise to the sky. The story of New York is a story of ambition and hope, written in the sky. And the starting point of this story is the monument that opens its arms to the world, the Statue of Liberty. As you approach it by ferry, you understand what the millions of immigrants who came here seeking a new life must have felt. This is not just a statue, it's a beacon of hope. But the roots of this hope go back much further than the statue. It all began in the early 1600s when Dutch traders arrived and established a trading post called New Amsterdam, New Amsterdam. Legend has it they bought this island from the native Lenape people for goods worth just a few $1,000s today. Shortly after, the English took control and gave the city its current name, New York. That small trading post has transformed into a massive metropolis with a population of over 8.5 million people today. And this population forms the world's most incredible human mosaic. This is a true melting pot, where over 800 different languages are spoken, and where nearly half of the population was born in another country. This cultural diversity, this unending energy, forms the heart of this concrete jungle. And we now descend to where this heart's financial pulse beats, in Lower Manhattan, Wall Street. Here, standing before the famous Charging Bull statue, you can feel the economic pulse of the world. The reflection of this financial power in the sky is its skyscrapers. Two of them offer you the city's most beautiful views. One is a legend. The Empire State Building. To look out at the city from the top of this historic building is to live out a cinematic classic, from King Kong to the present day. The other is its challenging rival, Top of the Rock. The observation deck at the top of Rockefeller Center gives you what is perhaps the most perfect New York photograph. Because from here, the Empire State Building itself stands right in front of you. And the heart of the city that never stops, whose lights never dim, Times Square. At first, it might feel like chaos. But when you surrender to the energy of that chaos, you feel that you are at the center of the world. Right next to this chaos lies a place of tranquility and architectural wonder, Grand Central Terminal. This is not just a train station, it is a cathedral of transit, mesmerizing with its architecture and one of the city's most beautiful meeting points. The heart of the concrete jungle, the soul of the neighborhoods. Let's step out from the shadows of the skyscrapers and wander into the neighborhoods where the city's true character is forged, each with its own story. And the heart of this jungle is a giant green oasis, Central Park. This park is New York's lungs. Here, you can row a boat on the lake, stand before the Imagine mosaic at the John Lennon Memorial, Strawberry Fields, and reflect, or enjoy the view from Belvedere Castle. This is where New Yorkers breathe, escape, and unwind. Now let's go to the city's bohemian and intellectual soul, Greenwich Village. This is where artists like Bob Dylan once revolutionized folk music, where the Beat Generation was born. To walk under the arch of Washington Square Park and watch the chess players and street performers is to feel the city's rebellious and creative spirit. Right next door, Soho, with its cast-iron architecture, cobblestone streets, and boutiques from the world's most famous brands, is the city's most fashionable face. And now, it's time to leave Manhattan. We must take that iconic walk, the Brooklyn Bridge. Walking across this bridge is not just about getting from one place to another, it's a pilgrimage towards the city's most beautiful view. Once you cross the bridge, Dumbo awaits. Come to that famous street and take that classic photo where the Empire State Building is framed between the two legs of the Manhattan Bridge. And from there, venture to New York's new capital of cool, Williamsburg. With its independent music scene, second-hand shops, and industrial aesthetic, this is where the city's young and creative heart beats. The world on a plate, a bite of New York. If New York has a capital, it is flavor. In this city, you can find a taste from every corner of the world in its most authentic form. But first, the classics. If you ask what the official food of New York is, there's only one answer: pizza. But not a whole pizza. That single, giant slice that you fold to eat. And the city's signature street foods. A hot dog from a cart on the corner, loaded with mustard and onions. Or that giant, salty pretzel. These flavors are part of New York's fast-paced soul. For a true New York experience, you must go to a deli. Here, you order the legendary pastrami on rye sandwich, piled high between two slices of rye bread. But New York is a mosaic of flavors. Go to Chinatown for steamed dim sum, eat a cannoli in Little Italy, or discover flavors from Mexico to Korea at one of the many food trucks scattered across the city. And that famous weekend ritual. The New York brunch. A bagel with a generous spread of cream cheese and lox is an essential part of this ritual. And with it, your coffee in that iconic blue and white Greek-themed paper cup. This is New York on a Sunday morning. Survival Guide to the Jungle, Golden Tips. How will your journey to this giant concrete jungle begin? 3 major airports can welcome you: JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark in the neighboring state. One of the most practical ways to get to the city from JFK is the AirTran, which connects to the subway. Once you arrive, your true hero will be the city's circulatory system, the New York City subway. This 24-hour system is the fastest and most authentic way to reach every corner of the city. Get a MetroCard or use the new Omni contactless payment system. And here's the secret to understanding New York: the grid system. In Manhattan, streets run east-west, and avenues run north-south. The moment you understand this logic, it's almost impossible to get lost. The best times to visit this city are in the spring and autumn, when the weather is cool and pleasant. But seeing the giant Christmas tree and ice rink at Rockefeller Center in the winter is a fairy tale in itself. And here is my golden tip: you don't have to spend a single dime to get one of the best photos of the Statue of Liberty. Just hop on the ferry that departs from the southern tip of Manhattan to Staten Island. This ferry is completely free, and on its journey, it passes right in front of both the statue and the Manhattan skyline. The city that sticks with you. Yes, this is New York. Simultaneously ruthless and incredibly generous. A place where you can feel completely alone and part of millions at the same time. New York doesn't just offer you sights to see, it injects you with an energy. It reminds you that anything is possible. When you leave this city, you realize you can never truly leave New York. Its speed, its sound, its energy, and that anything can happen at any moment feeling, it somehow sticks with you and stays with you forever. Because New York is not a destination, it's a state of mind. So, what's your New York dream?